My name is Glenora Shipura, and this is breaking news on NTV. Idar Dardin, a well-known Russian opposition activist who was fighting in Ukraine on the side of Kyiv, has been killed in action, according to the group that recruited him. A spokeswoman for that group, the Civic Council, told the BBC that Dardin had died, adding that he was and he remains a hero. The activist-turned-fighter was killed when soldiers from his volunteer battalion, the Freedom of Russia Legion, came under Russian artillery fire in the Kharkiv region of northeastern Ukraine. For now, there are no more details, and the Legion itself won't comment whilst it says a military operation is still active. But Ilya Ponomarev, an exiled Russian opposition politician with previous links to the Legion, has told the BBC he is certain, alas, that Dardin is dead. Another source clarified that this was confirmed by those who were with him in a battle. The latest messages have sent to his phone are still marked unread. Idar Dardin had become known in Russia a decade ago for his persistence in staging peaceful protests as political repressions they intensified. He was the first person prosecuted under a new Article 2121, quickly dubbed Dardin's Law, that in 2014 made it a criminal offense to commit repeated violations of Russia's increasingly restrictive rules on protests. In his case, that simply meant standing on the streets of Moscow with a banner. Sentenced to 2.5 years, Dardin was placed in a punishment cell and immediately went on a hunger strike. His prison guards then tortured him to get him to stop. Soon after his release in 2017, I met him in Moscow, and he described being hung from a wall by his cuffed wrist. The guards had then threatened him with rape. He admitted that the brutality nearly broke him. So when I learned that Dardin had joined a battalion of Russian volunteers fighting for Ukraine, I got back in touch, and earlier this year, and we had a series of long exchanges. I can't sit by and do nothing, and so became an accomplice to Russian evil, to its crimes. Dardin explained his decision to sign up just as principled and intense as I remembered him. He had always considered himself a pacifist, but now listed his reasons for taking up arms: the aggression, the mass killing, the torture, the rape and looting. Still, he chose the call sign Gandhi. Dardin felt deeply that he bore a personal responsibility for Russia's full-scale invasion of its neighbor. He argued that he and fellow Russians had failed to stop Vladimir Putin, allowing themselves to be scared of the street by police violence and the threats of prison. The main thing now is to act accordingly to my conscience, Dardin wrote to me on the night from near the front line in Sumy. He initially signed up with the Siberian Battalion in June 2023 before moving to the Freedom of Russia's Legion last winter, both officially part of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, States and Army General.